All right. Hello, everyone. I'll see who's on, who comes in today. I'll make sure I have my volume. Give it a second to let YouTube put it out that I am live. When you do sign on, let me know how you're doing. I'll tell you about my day. My day has been really chill today, so I'm enjoying a little R&R. So let's see who logs in today. Oh, there's a few of y'all. Just pop in and say hello. Hi, Rio. She says, hey, I'm getting soft locks on Tuesday, putting in clay mask right now. Perfect, perfect. Awesome. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? Um, are you doing for the soft locks? Are you doing like kind of like crochet locks, or are you just doing them wrap around? I don't know every term and technique, but I'm assuming the soft locks are a little bit different from regular locks. Um, She's a happy Sunday. Tuesday. I'm doing well. How are you? Tiffany says I'm doing my clay mask tomorrow. Oh, perfect, perfect. I'm doing good, y'all. I feel like this weekend, I've kind of need a little bit of rest and relaxation. I've been outside a little bit, a lot. I took a little break yesterday, and today I'm just kind of like getting myself together, preparing to film. Um, I had like made some new products, so I'm like looking out in the distance. I'm looking at them. I need to finish bottling all of them, and yeah, yeah. Hey, Sassy, how are you? Brioche said, yes, you braid or twist your hair, crochet in the lock, then wrap hair around. Okay, perfect, perfect. Hey, Octavia. Oh, give me my flowers. Hey, beautiful. And hey, she's and chat. And Sassy says, hello, everyone. Cheryl says, hi, Michelle. Putting in individual braids right now. Awesome. Also, we'll be sending you the before and after review for the gloss bars later. Perfect, perfect. Thank you, thank you. Um, I was going to ask what everyone's protective style was going to be, but you guys are coming in and letting me know. Oh, Octavia, she said this is my hair is gorgeous. Thank you. This is a what is it, like 3/4 wig. So I still have my hair. If you saw the video from last week, where I have the two low buns, I actually still have the two low buns. And I still have the twist up front. So this is just a wig I just threw on because my hair was looking actually a mess because I was like, I didn't have a scarf on last night. I don't know where the scarf went, so it's a bit funny. And I was like, I'm gonna wash my hair today, so I just doing this real quick. But thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Says I want to try using teas while my hair is put away. Yeah, the teas, and I did a lot of. If you notice, like if you downloaded the challenge, you'll see that I put a lot of tea mixtures in here so that you can use directly on your scalp and down the length of your hair while doing the challenge. Because I know some people will do like braids or locks or something more permanent. I don't know if I'll be. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm gonna look on the on my calendar and look again. But I may put my hair into twist this week after I do my wash day. I'll see. I don't know. But again, if I do two strand twist, they'll be with my own hair. I was thinking about adding a little bit of color to the end. I don't know. I'm kind of in that weird mood where you guys like I want something different on my hair, and I'm not gonna cut it. But like maybe like color or I don't know. I'm kind of like feeling like something different. Just it's the season. It's I don't know. Maybe everything in my life, which by the way, I know like some of you guys have been invested um in what's been going on, but my divorce is final. It's officially final. It was literally sitting with the judge for the last 3 months, 3.5 months, which was like, it was just like the last step. So they finally ruled on it. So it's completely final. So I am officially single out here. So I feel like maybe that's also kind of like inspiring me to like want something a little bit different. Like, oh, let me like reinvent myself. I don't know. So I don't know, like maybe I'll add like some color to the end of my twist. Maybe I'll do like my twist and then maybe add some Marley hair at the end with a different color. I don't know, but whatever I decide to do, I will let y'all know. Y'all, it will be filmed for you guys, so y'all will have access to what I'm doing. All right. Um, let's see here. Uh, Oh, Tiffany says, can't wait for the Black Friday order. Yes, yes. You have a list of things to buy already. I'm running low on shampoo. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I'm actually going to do the Black Friday at least a week early. I don't know. Part of me is also kind of like, I gotta see what a lot of other. I'm actually gonna do some research today. I'm gonna see like what a lot of other brands are doing, because some of them are starting like a pre-Black Friday sale, like the 15th or the 20th. I think the 20th is a week. I think like the 15th or around there. And if they're gonna do it then, listen, I'm gonna start. If they're doing it early, I want to start as early as possible for the pre-sale. Now again, the pre-sale will be for anyone who has ordered from me before. You'll get an email with a special, it'll be a steeper discount than what I will offer actually on Friday, which will be open to the general public. But if you purchased from me before, it will be probably at least 5% steeper of a discount than what I'm going to offer for the general public. So if you order from me before, you'll get that email. I'll tell you, get it in right now. I feel like the next couple of weeks or days, I can't even say weeks at this point. I feel like November's tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm literally just making products every day, every day, every day, every day, so I can get as much in stock. If you guys have been asking about the gloss bars, I'll probably, from what I'm hearing, I'm probably going to put all of the gloss bars on my site. I've been hearing a lot of good things from my testers and then some of you guys who've tested for me. So I'll probably just put all of them on the site for Black Friday, and then over the next couple months, see how they do, and then, move forward from there. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Susie Fly. She says, hey, Michelle. The nails are giving. Thank you, thank you. My girlfriend actually made me do them. She actually did them for me, but she chose the design. I also never get, what do you call this? Stiletto? Is that stiletto? Nails. And so it's due to her, but I do kind of like them. I do kind of like them. They're cute. Thank you. Let's see. Tiffany says, twist or braids in my natural hair. Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah, that's generally what I do. Generally, I do the twist or braids with my natural hair. Occasionally, you all see me do braids one time with extensions, but usually I only do that with my own hair because I think there's a lot of styling options, and I want to show you can do a lot with your own hair. Okay. Sassy said, I did leave you a message about the week for marshmallow and slippery elm, which I don't have. What can I use to substitute? I do have flaxseed though. Oh, you can use flaxseed. Flaxseed is perfectly fine. Don't worry about having to have everything. Y'all know me. I'm like, use what you have. If you don't want to buy more or whatever, the flax seeds are also going to be perfect. Okay. Bio says, you look great, by the way. You're glowing. Thank you. Thank you. Congrats. Thanks. Thanks, guys. She said, oh, wow. Glad you thought through that process. Yeah. Thank you. Octavia says, congratulations. Thanks, you guys. Tiffany says, I'm happy that you are free from the marriage. Hope this brings you peace. Yeah. It's been really good. Like, there's always ups and downs in the beginning. I think I was like struggling probably more so in the beginning. But now I feel like I'm just so ready to just like move on with my life and whatever that takes me, wherever that takes me. Yeah. And I think like, the move and all of that helped me to leave that part and leaving my job, my career, to pursue my business. There's a lot of change this year, and it just feels like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And y'all been on this journey with me. So I appreciate you guys like holding me down and, also allowing me sometimes if I need to not go live, just being understanding and patient through some of my stuff. So I appreciate it. Let's see. She wants to say congratulations. Thank you, dear. Pierre says, I've been getting back into hot oil treatments. I forgot all about them, but it's been so helpful. Yeah. Hot oil treatments are so good, especially if you do them like pre-shampoo, if you're finding your hair is a bit drier. I did a video, was it a challenge or 2 months ago, where I kind of just like, is there a difference about when you do the hot oil treatment? So some people like to do the hot oil treatment prior to shampooing. And then some people actually use hot oil treatment after their hair is damp, and then they do the hot oil treatment and then put the conditioner in their hair, like after they shampoo. Sorry. For what I found, it was very moisturizing both ways. So I always say stick with whatever works best for you. Some people use the pre-poo or the hot oil treatment to kind of prevent hydro fatigue while shampooing. Some people do it to help again, like when you have more oils on your hair, the shampoo is not as stripping to your hair. So there's a lot of reasons to do it, and it can be very beneficial. Let's see. Oh, Sissy Fly says, not too early, mama. I got to get my coins together. Oh, I feel you. Sis. I feel you. Like, there's a few things that I'm trying to wait for Black Friday too, but most of them are for my business. I'm trying to put in order if I have some inventory, obviously for Black Friday, but also again, some of the places that I get my raw ingredients from, they also do Black Friday sales. And so it's like, okay, do I stock up now or do I stock up then? It's like, trying to navigate all of that, but it's fine. I'll figure it out. Catherine says, hi, one question. I usually do my oil treatment the night before to wash the next morning. But with my new 9 to 5, it's hard to wash in the morning, so I have to wash in the evening. In your opinion, is it healthy? Healthy as in hydro fatigue. To wash in the evening versus washing in the morning? Listen, as long as you're shampooing and cleansing your hair regularly, I don't think it matters when you're doing it. Are you saying to like how long you're deep conditioning? I'm just trying to understand like what's the issue, because oil treatments, oil doesn't necessarily create hydro. I think it's hydro fatigue. And it's only if you're maybe, I would say, leaving deep conditioner on your hair for like long time, every single wash day, that you might run into that. But oil treatments, no, because there's no water in there, so you wouldn't run into hydro fatigue. Hi, Diane. She says, hi, everyone. Brio says, my mom thrived after hers, owns her own house, has a business, just got into the medical field, travels still, etc. Yeah, yeah. Happy to support you as a business and as a person. I want to see you happy. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think a lot of women do thrive. I think it's like really important to I would say this: relationships, marriages, all of that. And it's hard for us, but not to lose yourself completely. But a lot of times women, we do. So when you have that divorce and you're really forced to like find yourself again, accept yourself, love yourself, I think we pour into other people and now we're forced to pour into ourselves. I think a lot of women thrive from that. So I'm glad your mom is thriving, and I plan to do the same. Okay. Brioche, I tried the damp method. It was too oily after. I stick with leaving it overnight, then add my clay mask. That's perfectly fine. I think I put too much hibiscus in this mask, but it's making me want to dye my hair pink. Listen, live your best life. Sissy Fly said, testing your patience, but don't forget us long haired girls with the bottle sizes. Oh no, Sissy Fly, actually, I have all the bottles in. I'm actually waiting for my printer to finish the labels for me. So everything's all waterproof. So I literally had to get all new labels for all products, I got 32 ounce size deep conditioner things. Okay. So that came in. I have the 16 ounce leave ins, and there will be 16 ounce, obviously 16 ounce deep conditioners, 16 ounce twist creams, and 16 ounce hibiscus dollars that will be on sale for Black Friday. So yeah, I didn't forget you. I literally have all the bottles literally right now. I'm just waiting on the printer because I probably put in, I think maybe I asked for about 2,000 labels, because I have to do waterproof for every product I currently have, and then for all the new products I have or larger sizes I have. So yeah, don't worry, I got y'all. I really was more concerned about getting the bottles in stock, but I got all the bottles. Literally, like my second bedroom is literally floor to ceiling with large boxes. So yeah, I got y'all. Catherine says, yes, only oil, but I use a plastic bag. Is your hair damp under the plastic bag? I guess that's my real question. If your hair is not damp and you just have oil in a plastic bag on your head, you should be fine. Of course, I think like you're gonna sweat a little bit because you have a plastic bag over your head, and we express moisture from our skin and our pores. But is your hair soaking wet and then oil on it? If your hair just has oil on it and you have a plastic bag on it, you're fine. You're fine. Pardeep says, hello, ma'am. Hello. Catherine says, I remove the bag in the morning for work. Oh yeah, then you're fine then. Says, where are you? I don't know what that question really means. I mean, I'm home. I'm in the US. That's a really loaded question. Black Rare Jim says, hey, love your hair channel. Thank you. Even though I now have locks, thank you for your videos. Oh, you're so welcome. She says, hello, everyone. And I just scrolled down because I just saw your comment. Can you do this challenge with locks? You definitely can. 100% can. I don't think there's anything that I'm using that can't be used on locks. I have to go through and look, but I don't believe there's nothing I'm using that you can't use. And the majority of the leave-ins that we're using during the week are teas. So that should be perfect, honestly perfect. And of course, we'll be using like the leave-in conditioner, which is a spray liquid. The one I have at least is a spray liquid leave-in conditioner, which you could also use to hydrate your locks. The one I sell, my leave-in conditioner, doesn't leave buildup. All of my girlfriends, my sister, I don't know if you guys know, my sister has locks. My sister's locks are like waist length. Use my leave-ins and products on their hair and don't have any issues. You could do the clay detox, which is really good for locks. Yeah, I don't think that I think they'd be perfect, honestly. Okay. Tiffany says yes for the larger conditioners. Yes. Brioche says, do you sell teas? I have your protein treatment and regular deep conditioner. I don't sell teas. I've definitely thought about it. I've seen girls who like prepackage their stuff and then send it out. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely, it's definitely good. I feel like we use a lot of teas in these challenges, and some people don't want to buy like bulk. Like I have herbs in bulk because that's obviously what I do. But I get maybe not everyone wants to do that, and maybe that's something I can think about doing, especially if we're having like a tea challenge. Like there's certain things I know we're gonna stick with. I feel like year after year, right? We're probably always going to do some form of the tea challenge and a protective style challenge. I feel like those two challenges can be integrated in some form or regimen in any capacity, whether we're doing a challenge or doing a regular wash day. So I think it would be good to possibly sell them. I definitely have seen a lot of brands now have like the loose leaf tea that you can just brew and use on your own hair. These are good ideas. Sissy Five says, love you, Michelle. Girl, you made my day. I drink a jar of conditioner per wash day. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, y'all were telling me, and let me tell you guys, I definitely had to do a little research, find out where the bottles are, and I have them. Now, my goal is to not run out because like I ordered a ton, but like, you know what I mean? Like one big box is probably only like 200 to 300, and I got like 2 to 3 of each. So I do have quite a few in stock. We'll see. We'll see, y'all. We'll see. Okay. Oh, Keely says your sound is going in and out. Oh, is that the case? Are you guys having issue with my sound? Or is it? Let me know. Okay, not damn good. Okay, perfect. Missy says, I have fine hair. What products do you recommend for me for a moisture wash day? If you have fine hair, I always recommend. Oh, only sometimes. Okay. I'll try to like maybe stay a little bit closer because sometimes I like do this. Maybe that's catching weird. Um, oh yeah, my hair. Sorry. So I would do if you have fine hair, I would still do like everything that we're doing. Maybe just make sure like maybe you don't need an oil or butter after you do your wash day, right? So you do your tea rinse or pre-poo, your clay mask, whatever you're doing for this week. Sorry, my brain went to all. You can still do your clay mask, still deep condition your hair. But for your moisture, I would definitely maybe just use like a light leave-in and a nice styler. You may not need anything heavy like an oil or a butter on your hair afterwards. But yeah, when it comes to like I have fine hair. So one of the things for me, and I've stated this all the time, in the summertime, actually like using butters is too heavy for my hair in the summertime. But in the wintertime, because it's cold where I'm at in Philly, and I don't know. This will be my first year kind of like working from home, so we'll see. Well, during the pandemic, I think we all worked from home, but I'm not really going to be going outside that much. But I had to use butters in the wintertime to really like lock in moisture. Okay, let me just block this person real quick, y'all. Sorry. So Misty Blue, I would definitely, again, after you do your regular wash day, I would definitely focus on maybe just like a leave-in and the hibiscus styler, which is light but very moisturizing. Let me just make sure he doesn't create a new one. You are miserable. Okay. I don't know how many times this person is just creating accounts. I do need a moderator. I used to have moderators, but you want to moderate for me? So okay. Uh, People are literally miserable. Sorry, we're just trying to like hide. Tiffany, let me know if you. I made you a moderator, but I just want to make sure you. I wonder if there's a way I can. Um, mm, okay. All right. Sorry about that. Oh, you put them on timeout. Thank you. I was like, there's a way to do something where maybe you can prevent them because people are literally miserable, and that's really why. All right, so let me go back so I can talk about this, and Tiffany's gonna work on moderating the chat for me. So thank you, Tiffany, because yes, the ridiculousness. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, and Misty Blue, I know you have fine hair, and I know we're doing protein periodically, but depending on how fine your hair is, you might want to use my strengthening hair mask. I don't know how often you're going to put a protective salad, like every other week, because when you have fine hair, using protein that often can be very beneficial, especially when it comes to helping you retain moisture. So try that at least for like 2 months, every other wash day use the strengthening hair mask. So strengthening deep conditioner. That's my recommendation for her because I know she has thin and fine hair. So I would focus on that. Use the leave-in conditioner, use the styler. And if you just need something like you feel like you're still losing moisture very, very quickly, I highly recommend just using a light oil, maybe sweet almond oil on your ends to help like seal it in. Okay. Okay, I did answer that. So that's a great idea. People will buy it. Hair tea is already in the prepackaged bags and ready to steep. Can market it to be used alone or with the gloss bars. Yeah, it is definitely a good idea. For the clay mask recipe, how much rastral clay can we add? So depending on how long your hair is, so I did a cup and a half of clay, which was 2/3 of the bentonite and 2/3 of the kaolin. If you have maybe just want to use 1 cup, you can use 1/3 of each clay. That's also perfect. When it comes to bentonite, like I found for my hair, using a pure bentonite clay is too strong. So diluting it with some other clay is good. I try to keep it at least 50% of the bentonite, 50% of something else, or 1/3 bentonite, 1/3 kaolin, 1/3 rascal clay. Okay. All right. Oh, you can also block certain words. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down now. I see this person is still making accounts, such a troll. You can block certain words. Okay. I'll block the word burges, Burgles. Um, yeah, I was trying to figure that out too, how to block them completely. Okay, do you think essential oils are as potent as the herb itself? Yes, yes, I do actually. I think essential oils, you have to understand when there's different ways to get the essential oil from the plant. But yes, you're getting the some of the most essential, I can't say essential parts, but you're getting some of the most potent parts of the plant in the essential oil, which is why you only need like a few drops of it because it's so potent. So yes, I do think they're just as beneficial and potent. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can. Hmm. All right. Let me see here because the only way for me right now, if I go into my settings to change it, I think I'd have to like start the live over again. Uh, okay, so it says, oh, hold up, let me see. You just said like rosemary essential oil versus making a tea with actual rosemary. Again, I think they're both beneficial, and let me tell you one thing: it depends on how strong you make your tea, right? So essential oils are basically, again, they distill the most the most nutrients and stuff from the plant, which is why you only need a few drops. Versus the tea, where yes, you brew all of that, but sometimes a cup of tea is as strong as, or as potent. I won't say strong, as potent as maybe 5 to 10 drops of essential oil. So it really does depend on how strong you make the tea versus what essential oil you're using. But they're both beneficial, and like that's why I don't know. You see my oils. I definitely use essential oils. I have the herbs, but I also use essential oils because they're equally as potent and beneficial. Oh, I can slow down the chat. These are things like I guess I like I gotta learn how to do this while I'm on the chat. I don't know how to do it while I'm on the chat. I think I have to, let me see, top chat, pop out chat participants. I think I have to do it when I start the live. I have to like set the live as like a certain way. I don't know if I can do it while I'm talking. Let me see. Slow mode. Okay, I'll slow mode it. I can do it. Let's see. It'll be 60-second delay, but it will help with some of the nonsense because then I'll be able to see it. I'll put it for 35-second delay. Okay. Can I also put certain words in here? I think I have to like be out of that. I know how to do it like, so next live, I'll definitely put in certain words so that people can't just like type the same words over and over again. Let's see. All right, so Tiffany says block non-subscribers. And then I think okay, who can send messages? So it will only be, let me tell you, who can send messages will be on anyone who can subscribe, who is subscribed. So I don't know if you can see that in the chat. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, you guys. I hate that things are like this, like taking up time when it's like so many other important things we could be talking about. Okay. Let me scroll back up to make sure I didn't do anything. I didn't miss anything. Okay. All right. Swissy Fly says, how often can you use the henna gloss bar? So you can use the henna gloss bar, I would say every 3 weeks. I used to do henna treatments every 3 weeks. It's moisture, it's pretty moisture balanced, even though I still recommend you deep condition after, but you can use it every 3 weeks. Okay. Keely says, can you please tell me what the challenge is? So if you look at my last video, Keely, you'll see we're doing the Protective Style Challenge. It has all of the information you can download on my website. So for the next 12 weeks, we'll be putting our hair into a protective style or styles, right? We'll be doing an herbal-based wash day every week. For me, I wash my hair, shampoo my hair every week. I have a really active lifestyle. But in this challenge, I do give you the option if you wash your hair every other week. We try to stick to doing things at least back to back for 2 weeks. Sometimes we can't like use protein treatments back to back. We won't be doing that. But you can download that on my site. And I say download that. What you have to do is you go to my site, NowIamNappy.com, go to downloads, click add to cart, check out all the way, and it'll be emailed to you. But you have to check out all the way, otherwise you don't receive it. And then you'll follow me over the next 12 weeks. Every week I'll be posting a video. I'm 1 week ahead of you guys. I'll talk about what we're using for the wash day, how to use it, give you some alternatives, or we can come in the chat and give you alternatives if you ask a question. And I'll be putting my hair into protective style. I'll be showing you what I'm doing. You can choose to mimic that, or you can do whatever you want to do, whatever protective style suits you. I just like to give you guys options and show you how to style your hair if you don't, or you're just looking for some new creative ideas. But yeah, so that is the premises of the challenge. And again, every wash day is some type of herbal wash day focused on different things like scalp care, hair growth, hair loss. So we'll be brewing teas each week that focus on, again, whatever we're focusing on the week: scalp care, hair growth, hair loss, etc. And spraying that on our scalp directly so we get that hair growth during the challenge. Okay. Brio says, I strongly prefer bentonite clay, but I do the mixture you share with kaolin and Rasul. I just add more bentonite and add glycerin. That's perfect. Perfect. And like, again, everyone is going to have their own preference and what clays they love. For a long time, I only used Rasul clay. Like, I didn't like any other clay but Rasul clay. Not that I didn't like any other clay. It was like my preference. And once it was my preference, I couldn't like I couldn't let it go. So I started to get into other clays over time. I had definitely used bentonite clay before, but then kaolin clay was like the newer clay. That was probably a couple years ago, and I really like it. It's very, very gentle. But for me to just, I would say like to just do a kaolin clay mask all the time wouldn't be strong enough for me. Like I would need some to mix it with something else. And also, just if you're a big fan of bentonite clay, just remember to use something acidic because bentonite clay has a really high pH. So that's why you use the apple cider vinegar. You may use aloe vera juice. Even some of the teas, depending on how strong you brew them, help bring the acidity of the bentonite clay down. And one way you know that it's reacting, like you're bringing the pH down, is you're going to see that chemical reaction. The bentonite clay will bubble. And that's letting you know that the chemical reaction is happening and lowering the pH. Okay. Let me see. Make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, Diane says the more successful you become, the hairs will increase. Okay, it's always the case. It's always the case. Bex bot, is that a bot? I don't know. Brio says, I think you can also block words from your creator studio. Yeah, I'll definitely do that next time, but it definitely has slowed down. I see he hasn't been, so that's good. Yeah, we can see it. This is better there fast. Yeah, I can say that's okay. All right. Brio said, I started using an apple cider vinegar spritz after I moisturize and still. It's been a game changer. Yeah. I think like, I don't know if you saw, I guess it was like last year, I kind of talked about those who have high porosity hair using something acidic after they moisturize and still because it like completely lays the cuticle down. So you remember those like who have high porosity hair, the issue, and I won't say issue, the reason their hair is high porosity is that their cuticles are lifted, so moisture comes and goes very quickly. So using something acidic and very acidic, depending on how porous your hair is, really does help you to retain moisture for longer because it forces that cuticle to lie flat, and that lying flat of the cuticle locks in that moisture. So I'm not surprised that it's a game changer. It's really good. In the video I did, and this has been a couple of years now, where I talk about high porosity hair, I do recommend using aloe, but a lot of people, some people are allergic to aloe or whatever, but apple cider vinegar, aloe, you're talking about something that's very acidic, and that's what's really helping you. So I'm glad that you're sharing it and it's been working for you. Moon Radiate says, are we using a moisturizing deep conditioner or protein deep conditioner after the bentonite clay? So this week we're using a moisturizing deep conditioner. In my video, I show you I'm using my oat and aloe deep conditioner. I think it's important the first week, make sure your hair is hydrated. Some of you guys are putting in a more long-term protective style. Like right now, obviously I did one that will last me just a week, but over the coming weeks, I'll be probably putting in again like twists and braids. And so you want something that will keep moisture in. So start off with your deep conditioner. Tiffany says I'm running low on clay, so we'll use what I have. Yes, that's right. Use what you have, sis. Could you consider a henna indigo gloss bar? Actually, a few people have asked that. Just know if you do a henna indigo gloss bar, you're not going to get jet black hair. The only way for jet black hair is the henna first and then the indigo. But the henna indigo will leave you a more chocolatier, richer color. I could definitely do that. Pierre says I love using apple cider vinegar. Perfect. Paula says, "Can I use this on my white, silver, gray hair? I let my gray grow out." Yes, you can. I would make sure. I probably wouldn't use the tea directly on my hair. Like you could use the tea in the mixture, in the bentonite clay and kaolin clay mixture, because it's not enough green in the tea to make it like stay in your hair, because the whitening power of bentonite clay is just, it's too powerful. There's not enough of the tea mixture in there. But to use the tea, like at the end of the video when I'm moisturizing my hair and you see me using it down the length of my hair, I would be cautious about using that on your gray hair over time. Because yeah, it can, I would say any teas that have like a brownish tint, in this case a greenish tint, can potentially stay in your hair. Not after one use, but like over time. I do, like Paula, I don't know how much you follow me, but I do have like the purple shampoo that I recommend for people who do have light colored hair, because it will help remove any like brassiness and stuff that you get from using herbs over time. But yeah. Rio says, "Does adding a henna gloss bar to a deep conditioner stop it from being a moisturizing treatment?" It can, yes, because henna is a very strengthening treatment, right? Depends on, I would say this, depends on when you added the henna to the deep conditioner. Did you let the dye release from the henna before adding it to the deep conditioner? Uh, my henna gloss bar has dye release. So even though there is moisturizing components in the henna gloss bar, you will still get a color change. And I try to make sure I put that on the website, because a lot of people thought, oh, because the gloss bar and there's like conditioners and oils in it, it won't be. No, you will still get a dye release on that. So yeah, if you're letting the dye release, then yes, you're still going to get some of those strengthening properties. It's just what it is. I wouldn't say it would stop it from being a moisturizing treatment, but you're probably, depending on how much deep conditioning your hair is, you might get a balanced treatment, because you have your strengthening properties from the henna, but then the deep conditioner is moisturizing. So depending on how you leveled it out, you might get a perfect balance, and it might work just perfectly fine with you. A lot of people, and I'll say this, maybe not the first time I did henna, but when I was new doing henna and I was kind of playing around with different mixes, I used to add my henna to my deep conditioner like all the time, because I found that it gave me balance. Let me tell y'all, I was wild. I used to use henna like every other week. I was kind of curious, like what would happen. I was just curious. So I used to play around with recipes all the time. We're talking like 10, 12 years ago. So, you might find a mixture that works better for you. You might say part henna, 2 parts deep conditioner, or half henna gloss bar, half deep conditioner, or you know what I mean? You might play with it and find something that leaves something more moisturizing versus something more strengthening. Okay. Oh, Octavia says, "Great, because I have not used the henna. No red hair for me." Yeah, and I get it. And you're, again, unless you have, I'll say this, unless you have gray or you have light colored hair, you're not going to really see the red. Like, you probably have seen like reddish tints in my hair, like when I shampoo my hair, but all my grays are like red. They're just red because my grays be gray, and the henna be hennaing. So, and I would think I started saying it, and I don't know where I went, but henna releases the henna dye, the lawson dye. That dye is that's what makes your hair stronger. So that's why I was asking you before the dye was released or not, because the releasing of the dye is really what binds. It's the lawson, that's what binds to your hair cuticles and your hair shaft. So, and the keratins in your hair. Sorry, I'm just thinking. So that's why I was asking. I think I started that and then my brain went. So yeah. Tiffany just says, "LOL, I used it too much when I was in college. Not only do it like 4 times a year last year. Yeah. I'm telling you, I feel like when a lot of us, when you first heard henna, I think in the Ayurvedic community, we're talking about, I've been natural 15 years. Like henna was probably one of the first things I heard. Henna and amla were like the first Ayurvedic treatments that I felt like every natural was doing at some point. And man, I was a henna head for real. And it's crazy because that was when Henna Sue came out. When she first came out, I had purchased from her. That was my first time using henna, and I loved her henna. And then I remember afterwards, I had probably purchased henna from someone else, and it was trash. I don't think I fully understand about using body quality art henna, that there are different hennas, that sometimes people put metals in henna. Over the years, I've definitely learned. I've also had, I don't want to say protein overload, but I've also hennaed my hair so much that my hair was so dry because it was too strong. I didn't use enough moisture afterwards. I was a wild girl when I first got introduced to henna, and I loved it. But that's now like 15 years later. I don't know. I probably will always use henna in my hair in some capacity. I do think about maybe like one day just doing jet black hair. So doing henna and indigo solely forever and then having like super black hair. Cause my hair, even before that, my hair has never been jet black. I've always had like brownish color hair. And so adding the henna makes it like a reddish brown hair. So I don't know, playing with it over years and seeing what I like. Um, Hi, Miracles Hair Bubble. She just finally caught you live. Hey, girl. Catherine says indigo henna gloss bars would be great for my grays. I don't want that, rather a color closer to black. Okay. I'll definitely look into it. Miracles Hair Bubble says, I'm yet to try henna. I'm so scared of the dye. Don't be scared. Is your hair mostly gray or is your hair really like dark? Because again, if your hair is mostly dark, then you're really not going to see the red color, right? The people who are going to see the most red are those who are gray and blonde or lighter color hair within those ranges. Everyone else is going to get just like a reddish tint because again, henna, the dye in henna is not like the only reason why you're seeing. Think about this, and I'm gonna back up a little bit. You think about hair color, like when you're dyeing your hair a particular hair color. Usually, you would bleach your hair first, right? It's a stripping of the color because other than that, you're just adding color to the hair that you currently have. Imagine it's the equivalent of like getting a red crown right now and go like this to your hair. You're really not going to see anything, or getting maybe not your hair, but like maybe you have a black crown and then you scribble red on top of it. That's all henna is doing. Henna is only binding to what you have. Henna doesn't strip down your hair, remove the cuticle and then add to it the way like regular dyes do. Henna just binds to it. And that's why, again, if your hair is white, you bind red to it, you're going to see it. Or your hair is blonde, you're going to see it. But black hair, you're just not going to see it that much. You're going to get like glistens and highlights in the sun. If that's not for you, that's fair. You can just be like, I don't want no red glistening highlights in my hair. That's fine. But some people think they're going to get this like bright red color change, and that's not the case unless your hair is very light. Let's see. I've been obsessed with Ayurveda since I discovered it back in 2020. I love the science behind it and tracking results. Yeah. I think now a lot of women have heard of Ayurveda, especially in the natural hair community. It's become very, very popular among Black women. It's obviously been popular around other cultures. But it's been life-changing for my hair. And the more consistent I've been with it, the better the results over years. Henna and amla were probably the only two things I was the most consistent with over the years, but I would say 5-10 years ago, I started introducing like fenugreek. I think fenugreek was probably like the third I ever used. Maybe aloe and fenugreek, and I don't know, like all, you know what I mean? And just seeing my hair transform, even when I think about the start of my YouTube journey, when I started doing literally Tip Tuesday, when I finally classified it as Tip Tuesday, 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, people were telling me your hair is transforming. What are you doing? And I'm like, check out my YouTube. People were seeing the changes, and people on YouTube were seeing the changes. So I fully believe 100% in Ayurveda, and not just Ayurveda. I'm going to just say herbs in general, because yes, obviously I learned about Ayurveda and I'm focusing on herbs that are Ayurveda, but A lot of these herbs are also found in Africa. They're also found in other cultures, actually in China too. Um, and so they do have a long history. And herbs like neem powder. Neem is an Ayurvedic herb, but neem is also an African herb. Moringa is an Ayurvedic herb, but moringa is also an African herb. So I'm, even though yes, my channel is focused on that, I do want to like be more inclusive of some of the herbs that I'm talking about when I'm using them, because they go not only across the board, but a lot of them go across the board and are used in African cultures as well as other cultures too. All right, I know a little rant, but okay. How do you feel about henna and teas? Now, I actually do a henna tea. I think it can be helpful, and I will say that it can definitely help over time. You're not going to get that red color change after a few days. It's very helpful in strengthening your hair. Make sure if you're doing something strengthening, you do something moisturizing afterwards. Otherwise, you can give yourself a bit of, I don't want to say protein overload, but a bit of protein overload, or that's really strengthening dry hair. So make sure if you do henna, follow up with some moisturizing. Miracle said my hair is dark brown. So yeah, that makes sense. I'll try your henna glass bar. Thank you. You're welcome, dear. Some G, but Brioche says I almost exclusively use clay to cleanse, except when I'm protective styling. I use the sulfate-free shampoo, and that's perfect. Perfect. I actually, the last time I did braids in my hair when I went on vacation for my last challenge, I did my shampoo and I just diluted it in a water bottle, or spray bottle. Yeah, a water bottle, like 1 part or 2 part shampoo, 2 parts water, shake it up, and then focus it right on the scalp, and scrub my scalp, and then rinse it out. There are a lot of ways that people, it's so interesting. I didn't realize how many Black women weren't shampooing their hair when they had braids in their hair, that they actually weren't even washing their hair at all, like at all. A lot of people would put braids in their hair for 2 months and not shampoo or conditioner or anything to their hair, because they felt like it would mess up the braids. And I was trying to think back, like, was there a time I did that? It was, but again, we're talking about years and years ago. I wonder where that stereotype or that trope came from, where we feel like we can't shampoo our hair while we have it in a protective style. But I really can't stress enough, like, cleansing your scalp while your hair is in a protective style so it grows and then also stays hydrated. Because I've seen so many people put their hair in protective style or solely wear protective styles, and their hair is still like shoulder length, or the hair is always breaking and their hair is always dry. And I always ask them, okay, well, what's your moisturizing team? Like, how often are you shampooing your hair? How often are you washing your hair when you have protective style? And they're looking at me like, um, real crazy. Sorry, someone just commented, y'all can't see it because I do have this word blocked. So I'm gonna just remove them. So I forgot what I was saying, because people be distracting me. Oh, about protective styling and shampooing your hair. So yeah, a lot of what I was finding out was a lot of people weren't even moisturizing, just shampooing and cleansing their hair while they had a protective style, which is why their hair was never retaining length. Literally, people, I know girls who wore braids or twists or wigs for 10 years, took out their hair and their hair was or shorter, and I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, my brain was like, how are you forever in a protective style? Your hair in my head should be like down your butt, right? There's no manipulation, like there's nothing going on. So it was like, really something I was stressed to say, like, if you have your hair in whatever style, whatever you're doing, still cleanse it, still moisturize it regularly. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. Miracle says, Amla, aloe, and brigade were my holy grail. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Aloe's really, really powerful too. And so is Brain Garage. What are the biggest changes you noticed? For me, this is very interesting. The first things I noticed was hair growth in areas that I felt like I couldn't grow hair in. Also, I call it the halo effect, which a lot of naturals happen to have when they first started, not just naturals, a lot of people happen to see when they first started using Ayurveda. So basically, the hair follicles that have been inactive over the years, right? So, as we age in life and stress and whatever happens in our lives, follicles become inactive. So, sometimes you like, when I was younger, my hair was so much thicker, and, I had so much more hair on my head. And and it could be, right? The case could be, it's just that as you age, as stuff has happened, your hair follicles have become inactive. So one of the first couple of things I noticed, I would say about 3 to 4 months in using Ayurveda like continuously, was I had like this halo of new hairs. And at first I was like, is my hair, at first I was like, is my hair breaking? Like, no, it was the follicles that would have been inactive for X amount of years were now active, and hair was growing back in places it just had stopped growing in. So those were like some of the first couple changes I've noticed. Also, my ability to retain length increased. Also, my hair was much more moisturized over time. And that was for me, depending on what herbs I was using. Also, it really helped to heal I don't want to say it was dandruff. I would say probably a form of dermatitis because I suffer from eczema. Because my sister used to have really bad dandruff, but when I look at her dandruff versus what I had, I would say mine was more dermatitis and kind of tied to my eczema. So that, I don't want to say completely went away, but that completely went away. Like, I'll get an eczema flare up as y'all have seen, I'll get an eczema flare up every spring, every season change for me. But before I used to like constantly dry, flaky, scratchy, scratchy, flaky, 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 flakes, 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 itchy scalp, all of that. I don't have any of that anymore. Those are like some of the biggest and best things that I watched my hair like transform since using Ayurveda. Miracle says, yeah, I'm from Nigeria and I take my dad's neem leaves to make hair teas. I hope he doesn't know. Listen, it's good. My friends in Nigeria actually have neem trees too. And they just say they go outside and they just pluck the leaves. What do I got in my hair? I don't know what I didn't put in my hair. They use the neem leaves, and that's perfectly fine. Also, moringa can be found in Africa all the time. My other girlfriend, she has a YouTube channel. She literally goes to her backyard, plucks the moringa, and brews it in a tea. I'm like, I'm jealous. Miracle Hair Bubble says, I'm a little intimidated by Bringraj. I only add it to my oil. How to use it? Most people usually add it to the oil. You can add it into a mask, but only use like a tablespoon or two. I wouldn't recommend doing a full like Bringraj mask. You think henna is drying? To me, Bringraj is very drying because Bringraj is really focused on hair follicles. It should be focused on hair follicles. It actually not just brings circulation, but it does something else that I can't remember exactly. But I do know it helps to stimulate hair growth and activate hair follicles. So using it as an oil is good. If you ever use it as a mask again, I wouldn't recommend using it as just like I'm doing a Bringraj mask. The same way I would say like I do a henna mask, I would never recommend doing just a pure Bringraj mask. So yeah. Hello, Illuminati. And I know Brioche, you're talking to her, but I just had to throw my 2 cents. Octavia said the henna tea as a spray, question mark. So in my last challenge, we brewed henna. We made a henna mask-ish and then poured off the red dye into a thing and used it as a spray on my scalp. This fly, child. So yeah, and not just on our scalp, but on our scalp, but down the length of our hair for like strength, for strengthening your hair. It's really good for strengthening the hair. But again, just follow up with some moisture, y'all. Okay. Tiffany says, I didn't wash mine in braids growing up. As an adult, I washed them though. Yeah. And as I said, I don't know where that stigma or that trope came from because I feel like that's happened to a lot of us. But I do stress the importance of doing so now. If you're not, do so now. Brioche says, what shampoo do you use? So I don't know if you know, but I have my line. And so I use my shampoo bar and I use my purple shampoo. I use both of them just interchangeably, whatever I feel like for that day or whatever's in the shower is what I use. But that's what I use. All right. Is there any more questions? I'm gonna make sure I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom. Okay, yeah. Is there any more questions or anything else you want to discuss? I hope you guys have the tools and everything you need for week 1 of the challenge. I'm going to obviously film week 2. Again, I'm ahead of you guys, so we'll see what I decide to do with my hair for the week. I need to definitely get down to doing it early today, so I don't be up super late doing my hair. Let me know. I know there's a delay on the chat, so I'll give you a few seconds if we're going to comment something, just to let me know or ask a question if you have a question. I will periodically be doing giveaways. So if you're participating and if you can make the lives, I'll literally a couple times, I don't know when, I'm not going to state when I'm exactly, but I will definitely be picking giveaway people, winners, whatever. It's not like you're winning something. It's just a giveaway. I'll just pick people in the chat who've been here or whatever, who are participating in the challenge. I'll also try to do on Facebook. Like if you post in the Facebook group and consistently, I'll literally just go through and be like, hey, thank you for participating in the challenge. I'm giving away a salad. I don't know. I'll let y'all know, but I do want to put a little incentive behind the challenge because I mean, yes, the incentive for you is to grow your hair and have bomb hairstyles, but also to participate and join and comment and all that. All right, so I'll give it another 30 seconds because I think I forget what I put the delay on exactly. But yeah. What happened to... I don't know. For whatever reason, I can't scroll to the bottom of this chat box. I don't know what happened to it. Like my little arrow to scroll down is gone. I don't know it. Okay. I don't know if there's something else going on, but since I now can't scroll down to the bottom, let me just see if I put something. Hello? I'm not seeing the end of the chat. I don't know what's going on. Why do you hate me today? All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to give it one more minute and I'm going to run my mouth for one more minute and then I'm signing off. But I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys join the challenge. Post on the Facebook group. If you don't know about the Facebook group, check the description box. It'll take you to my Facebook page. So request to be in the group. Post. Let me know you're enjoying the challenge. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll also try to answer any questions on the YouTube videos. I'm really going to try and get better at doing that. Sometimes I start answering and then I leave comments, but I'm going to really try to be more active, not just on Facebook, but on YouTube. So thank you guys for always joining me on the lives. And thank you guys for joining me on the challenges. Oh, and I have 142 likes. Okay. All right. But thank you guys. I will see you for Tip Tuesday. Stay tuned for that. I'm also going to try and get out a Saturday upload this coming week for Herbal Living Saturdays. I missed a few weeks. Life has just been a little bit crazy, but I will get back to that. I have some new content for you guys with that. So that's it for this week. I'll see you on Tuesday, y'all. Bye.